Conveniently enough, am I on? Yes. Yeah. All right. Conveniently enough, my talk 2 is on friendships/relationships. So yeah. First off, can I get Kelly up here?
Uh-oh.
All right. Now, I want to ask the crowd, what do you guys think is most important in a relationship? Trust? Someone hit it right on the head. All right. I'm going to turn this off real quick.
What, Caleb?
All right.
You're disgusting.
I'm going to demonstrate some trust to you. Me and Kelly have been through a lot, seen a lot of things. Yeah. So we're going to do a trust fall.
Oh, gosh.
Are you ready, Kelly?
All
right.
I trust you.
All right. All right. You ready?
Yep.
Your eyes closed?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, no!
David Miller!
How could
He's
you?
a bad friend, everybody.
That was disgusting.
All the respect I had for you is gone.
All right. Well, I think the best way to explain trust and show why it's so important is to, show
Who's up next?
all the bad things that happen when trust isn't involved. So, Shireen, can I get you to come up here, please?
Do it, Shireen! Come on! Oh my God. You have a much smaller way to fall.
David, you are tall.
All right.
No.
You ready? You're going to be fine.
No, I can just sit back to
I got it, David, I got it.
You got it? All right, come
I
here.
got it. Oh, man.
All right.
Got this.
All right, go. All right, good.
I don't care. I'm not gonna.
So apparently Shireen didn't trust me that much.
I wonder why.
All right. First off, I want to point out, just imagine what happens when you take trust out of a relationship, either your friends, family, whatever. How do you get started in a relationship? I think it's usually something common, mutual. And then you figure out, wow, I can actually be around this person and, be myself around him. And that takes a lot of trust to do. And that's, part of it. But what happens when someone breaks your trust? That's the hardest thing to get back. When someone takes away your trust. And that can come in many forms. You look at marriages these days. And a lot of them don't do that well. And there's a lot of trust not there, either between the spouse looking at maybe someone else, or how that spouse treats the money, or, several other things. Why is that so important? Why isn't trust something mediocre? Well, just imagine that with a relationship, and now imagine that with God, So you have a person, well, more than a person. Let's hope we don't get feedback. All right. So we have a person that's not a person, like I already said, sorry. And your relationship with a friend can never be as strong as it is with God. Here's someone that knows you and created you. And for you to trust someone that you've never seen, faith goes in there too, which faith and trust to me is the same thing. But just imagine what you can do. It says in the Bible that you can move mountains, and that's a lot to even try to comprehend. And we think about it, we're like, wow, that doesn't make any sense. I'm just a man. How can God help me move things? Well, let's see here. First, we're going to look at Proverbs. Yeah, Proverbs 3:5-6. It says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding." If you look at worldly knowledge, who's going to tell you that you can move a mountain? You look at just about any civilization, they try to make their own mountains, but never have they ever moved their own mountain. And yet God helped part the seas for Moses. Just imagine how much trust it took Moses. He's like, okay, Moses, I know you used to be a prince and stuff, so we're just going to take you up out of the desert. I know you had to run for your life, and we're just going to put you back over there, and we're going to get the people that you used to enslave. Now, just imagine what's going on in Moses' head. He's like, well, crap. So he goes back, and the whole entire way, each trial and tribulation that he kind of put, blood in the water, how crazy did that sound? All right, God, so you just want me to walk out into the Nile and put my stick, which really is just a giant piece of wood, into the water? Red Sea, my bad. You sure? Anyways, all right. And all of a sudden, it's just covered in blood. You know? How much trust does that take? Now, we also look at Peter. Peter. And this usually comes up, which that's what it was in Matthew. But, so I'm going to go to Matthew, which I didn't have marked down. Let's see here. Matthew. All right. Since I'm slow at this, I'm just going to abbreviate. So, all right. So you have Jesus, right? And you have a bunch of your his apostles. And you're just chilling. God's like, okay. Or Jesus, same thing as God. But he's like, just take off, I'll catch up with you. So you're like, okay. So you go and you're sitting out in the middle of a giant lake. And you're like, okay, well, this is fun. And when are we supposed to pick up God? And all of a sudden, you have Jesus. And he's just walking across the water. Mind you, it's like really stormy out. So, that's just crazy. I don't know how you've ever tried to walk on water, but I sink. Tried it today at the pool. No luck. And Peter, he's just a fisherman, so he definitely knows things sink. And he's just like, God, pretty much like, just show me the way and let me walk out to you. So he starts to walk out to him. And then he starts to sink after a while, as soon as doubt corrupts. And yeah. Creps. Yeah, whatever. Creeps into his mind, and then he starts to sink. And if imagine if he didn't have that doubt creep into his mind. He could have walked all the way to Jesus, and he wasn't even God. Now, imagine with your own life. If God asked you to do something that seems obscene, why would someone, go out of your way to a random country and try to do miracles? That just goes against, any scientific logic. But if you went there without doubt and full trust in God that, you can achieve that, God's not going to turn you down with that. So just imagine all the possibilities if you just put your full trust in God, and what you can achieve, for His kingdom. So yeah.